welcome to another edition of Almost Martha. And it's still summer, it's still nice out there, it's not too hot. So I think we're gonna fire up the grill and we're gonna do a homemade pizza. So I have to get working on it now because the dough is gonna have to rise like 2.5, 3 hours. So homemade pizza dough, love it, love it. Hang on and we will get started with a pizza extravaganza. Okay, we are using two kinds of flour today. One is going to be the 00 pizza dough. I'm using this, it's made by King Arthur flour. So we have 1 cup and 1 tablespoon of this special pizza flour, 00, and I'm going to put this right in a big bowl. And then I have 1 cup and 1 tablespoon of regular all-purpose flour. And to that, we are going to add 1 teaspoon of fine sea salt. And I have that right here. Sprinkle that over the flour. I'm going to stir that in a little bit. And we're going to put that to the side. So the next thing we need to do is to get some lukewarm tap water because we really need to start our yeast. And we're going to need a little olive oil for that too. So I'm going to go get some tap water. I just need a small mixing bowl for it. So I'll be right back. All right, I have just under a cup. You could measure about 200 grams of water, or just under 1 cup of lukewarm water, and make sure it's lukewarm. We don't want it to be really hot because then you're gonna kill the yeast. So this is not quite 1 package, so don't dump a whole package of yeast in there. So that was 3/4 of a tablespoon, and we've got the, instant yeast, fast acting. So that's what we're using. I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of olive oil. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and add this to our flour mixture. And we're going to mix it up. Not going to look like much. Now we've mixed it. Now I'm just going to take my hands and we're going to move it together, just sort of knead it together a little bit. We want to get everything incorporated. Okay, that's good. It's getting there. It's getting there. This is not a long kneading period. We just maybe 3 minutes or so just to get it all combined. Okay. There we go. So now we have our flour all incorporated. Here's our little ball. And now we're just going to let this rest for about 15 minutes and then we'll come back and do a little more work on it. 15 minutes has gone by, so I'm going to take my little dough ball, right? And I'm just going to cut it right in half. We're going to have two balls, which means we're going to have 2 pizza crusts. And now I'm just going to reshape this back into a ball. So this recipe I got from the New York Times, and it came from Roberta's. So if you ever been in New York City or New York City, Roberta's has great pizza, and this is their recipe for pizza dough. So I'm sure it's going to be really good, really good. Okay, here's my second ball. So I've placed it on a heavily floured surface, And this is where it's going to do its real work. So now I'm going to cover it with a damp tea towel. I'm using my boobies towel. It's not what you think. Don't get excited. Boobies they're a seabird, and there's many different kinds of boobies. So put that in your pipe, smoke it. I'm going to cover it with this damp tea towel. And I usually struggle because of central air conditioning to find a good place for dough to rise. But it's warm outside and it's not hot. So I'm just going to put this outside and we're going to let it rise out there. It needs to double in size, so get a good eye of what that looks like. We'll put it outside and it's going to rise, about 2 to 3 hours, just depending on the volume that we get. So, okay, outside, it's going to be my proofing oven today, right out on the patio. Okay, see you in a bit. Well, the dough is almost ready for us to deal with, so I'm excited about that. And I've plucked some basil I'm going to put on the pizza. I've gathered some ingredients. I have some oregano, I have some garlic powder, and I have some crushed red pepper. That's about how we like it. And I am using this Muti tomato puree. I heard online reviews of Muti, and they were like, if you are serious about eating Italian food, you have to buy Muti. And I couldn't, I actually found it in a store. I was going to order it online, but I found it. So Muti. I have here about 3/4 of a cup of tomato sauce. I'm going to make one pizza. I know I'm making 2 doughs. I'm going to make one pizza. So about 3/4 of a cup. You don't want it too tomatoey with the tomato sauce, because I think I may slice some tomatoes and put on it as well. So we're gonna put some oregano in, and I think I've got that's a half teaspoon. We're gonna go for about a whole teaspoon of oregano. Garlic to taste, right? It's sort of like how much garlic you like. So go for it. Red pepper flakes, how much do you like? We like it kind of spicy. We usually cover our pizza with red pepper flakes. So today I'm just going to put it right in the sauce. Very exciting, very exciting. Now I'm just going to whisk this up. This Muti tomato puree is a little thick, which is perfect. You don't have to use tomato paste. I never know what to do. You can never use like a whole can of tomato paste, right? Then you have to figure out what to do with the rest. You put it in a little thing, you put it in the freezer, you forget it's there. 5 years later, you're like, oh, what's this? Oh, it's a little dab of tomato paste. So it's kind of nice that you don't have to do that. So, and now I'm going to put, a grind or two of my favorite pink salt in there. And I'm also going to add just a pinch of sugar. Not much. I don't have a lot of sauce here, so a little pinch of sugar will do it. We'll also add just a little grind or two of the pink salt, and this should be plenty of tomato sauce for our pizza. So we're going to have 2 dough balls. I'm going to wrap one dough ball up and put it in the refrigerator. And before I use it the next time, I'm going to let it set out for about 40 minutes so it comes to room temperature before I start to work with it. So there you go. So we have a quick little pizza sauce that's got lots of good things in it. And now we will begin to work on the crust. So here we are. Here we are. And it's doubled in size. It didn't need to rise as long because I think it was so warm out there. So it sort of sped up that process. So one, I'm just going to make into a ball, and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator and use that, in the next 48 hours. And this one, I am going to shape into pizza. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I'm not going to toss it in the air. I'm not going to do that. You can do any shape that you like. So if you want a square, you can do a square. If you want a circle, you can do a circle. So it's a it's a little stretchy. So you just kind of want to pull it into the shape that you're going for. Try not to get any holes in it. Okay. So the last time uh, we tried to make pizza on the green egg, didn't go so well because I couldn't get it off the pizza peel. It just wouldn't come off. And I did this, I tried olive oil. I tried, that cornmeal that they suggest you to do. But then someone that I know said, parchment paper. And you put the parchment paper right on the pizza peel. You slide the whole thing right off onto the pizza stone. And then the parchment paper just, peels away after that. So Yahoo is what I say to that. So parchment paper, you know how I love parchment paper, but it can save you with this pizza. All right, so I'm doing a real quick job getting rid of this flour, and then we're gonna top our pizza dough, and then we're gonna put it in the green egg. Now you can put this in your regular oven, set it to 450 degrees. You may have to cook it 20 minutes. We're gonna try to crank it up in between 500 and 600 degrees. It might take 8 to 10 minutes, so it should be interesting. All right, here we go. So I didn't want a lot of sauce because I am gonna put some tomatoes on here. Nobody likes a super thick, tomato sauce on your pizza. You need just enough, just enough. And looky there, I think what we have is just enough. So that's terrific. Of course, it didn't take me long to whip it up. If you find that you didn't make enough, just make another batch. No one's gonna know. No one's gonna know. Okay, terrific, terrific. Okay, I also have a couple of these little Campari tomatoes. I'm gonna slice them really thin, put them around. I also have some beautiful basil from the garden. I'm just gonna tear some basil and put it right on the pizza. Since it's only gonna cook for like 8 to 10 minutes, the basil should be fine. Okay. So I'm going on vacation, as we've talked about. I'm going to be going to Italy in October. And guess what I did? I booked a pizza and gelato making class. So I am hoping when I get back, I'm going to be like a, lovely pizza expert. Wouldn't that be fun? And gelato too. That'll be great. Made the peach ice cream a week or so ago. A gelato that would be fun to make. And get a Italian recipe, a real Italian recipe. That would be terrific. Okay, so I have some fresh mozzarella, and that's what I'm gonna use. This stuff is great. I get it at Costco, and it is already pre-sliced. So all you have to do is just place it on there. Now 2 more will do it. When this stuff melts, it really kind of spreads, so that should be good. And because we just can't help ourselves, I'm gonna add just a little bit of pepperoni as well. This, I think, is what is known as gilding the lily. Gilding the lily. Yes, indeed. That's exactly what I'm doing. So. But just a just a little bit, just to make it a little more interesting. Okay, now you can put anything on here that you like. This is This is sort of freestyle, and you can do that too. So if you like sausage, put sausage. If you just want vegetables, put vegetables. Some sliced onion and stuff would be great on there too. So here we go. Wish me luck. We know it's going to slide right off. You know what am going to do, because we're going to put it on a pizza stone. I'm just going to kind of cut this off a little bit. You don't want the parchment to really catch fire, which could happen. Okay. I don't want my pizza to get soggy. So we're ready. Okay. Away we go. I'll be back. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Doesn't that look great? That looks great. That looks great. Okay. I'm taking it off the peel, and I'm just going to slide it right off the parchment paper. And now all we got is pizza. Pizza, pizza. Pizza, pizza, pizza. Okay. Just going to cut it. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. I know it's going to be hot. I know it's hot. And I know Mark says I can eat lava, but I can't really, but kind of, sort of. So let's see if I can get a little taste in here somewhere without burning the roof of my mouth, which everybody does with pizza. Pizza, pizza. Okay. It is really hot. Okay. Oh, that's really good. You guys, we made pizza. And that crust is a little chewy, a little crispy. Oh, man, fantastic. So, thank you. Thank you, Roberta's, for the pizza recipe and the New York Times. Fantastic. So now, we all know we can whip up pizza anytime we want. That's terrific. So, I hope you try it. As you saw it, it really wasn't hard. You just have to kind of wait for it to rise. I will say, putting it outside made it rise much, much faster. So instead of a 3-hour wait, it was more like a 2-hour wait. So just keep that in mind. If you have a place to, put it outside to rise. But fantastic. Oh, I think I just got one of those red peppers. So make this pizza dough, give it a shot, put your favorite toppings on it, and you're going to be the hero of the house. So thank you for joining. And if you want this recipe, just go to almost-martha.com, and this recipe and all the other recipes we've done are there on the website. And hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. I'll see you soon. So enjoy your pizza. Have a lovely Italian night. And I do hope when I get back from Milan, I'm going to be a pizza expert. So we may have to do this again. All right. Cheers. Buenos era.